Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where things are not necessarily looking the best in this war. Giving up Zanbor is absolutely a non-starter. We would really prefer to take Doria from them, but for now we'll have to see how that ends up playing out. But for the moment, we need to work on our economy. That is absolutely the worst portion of this right now, and in our capital you can see we have 2 worker unemployment. For this exact moment, this may be something that we change later. For now, we're just going to build a generator district here. And that's it. That should solve that problem for the moment. On Cursa Prime, we do absolutely need a city district. Let's go ahead and sell off some consumer goods here. And we're going to buy in a few minerals to make this work a little bit better. We're going to need a city district here. Okay, so a lot of these are just going to need like a planetary administration, but that's quite expensive, really. I think for here, what we're going to do is an agriculture district for now. Again, an agriculture district here. Those are quite cheap. That should get us plenty of food. Excellent. Now, this tech world here, this isn't really a tech world. A lot of these are not really tech worlds. We do absolutely need a gene clinic here, but we're out of minerals for now, and that's the best we can do over here. Now, while clearing away rubble and rocks, a peculiar discovery was made. An alien tool that most closely resembled a common pickaxe was found crushed between craggy rocks. If the mining technology retained by previous diggers was on par with that type of equipment, the previous digging of the shaft, a shaft hundreds of meters deep, shows a remarkable commitment. What is in the depths that is worthy of such an excursion? Indeed. Now, as far as the war goes, both of our fleets are currently retreated. We're going to get one of them back in about a month. The other one is a long ways away. We're moving this fleet up, but that's even further away. So, how do we want to handle this? That is indeed the question. We're going to need to tick forward until this fleet is back. We do expect it to come back at Trabano. If it comes back at Haven Sky, I'm going to be upset. We'll see. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So they have a fleet up over here. For now, we can't handle that. And where is that fleet? Not here? Maybe we need one more day. Hotram. Okay. Sounds good. We're going to take them to Trabano and get them repairing, and also hit that reinforce fleet button and get that building right away. So that is a fairly top priority. Now, this is not as bad as it looks. The trade didn't go through last month, so that is fine. They moved into Carenza. Interesting. Very interesting there. So we're at 86 alloys currently. And yeah, our monthly trade price is currently slightly problematic. Look at your credit silos, Pictling. Full to bursting! Please, let us lighten them. Let us assist. I don't think it's full to bursting. What can you offer us, though? 200 food for a leader. Not interested. Hard pass on that one. So we're going to continue making our way over this direction and getting those repairs. We do want to take Doria, but, well, this fleet it's okay. It's not super strong. The archaeological dig stopped as it encountered the remains of some long-dead diggers. An eerie sense of foreboding overcame the excavation team as they examined the remains, multiple small indications leading up to a shocking, inescapable revelation. It was them. Impossible but unmistakable. The ancient remains of the previous diggers were that of the current excavation crew, crushed eons ago underneath tons of rock and earth. Moments after having sent this final message up to the science ship in orbit around Beta Stephani 1, wild tremors shook the ground and collapsed the shaft. The excavation team was crushed beneath the rubble. Once more. Existential crisis intensifies. Space-time theory. Huh. We'll have to take a look at what exactly that does. Let's see here. Go into technology, and it was a physics. Just physics research from researchers. Okay, sure. What were we doing before? Ion disruptors, I believe? Yes. Only 3 months on our catalytic technician output. That's fantastic. We're going to continue to tick forward here, and these guys will arrive back at Tribano and get their repairs done fairly soon. Excellent. Joinum is now habitable, but we have bigger problems for this exact moment. And let's just go ahead and see about these science ships over here. We've got Dorful. Sure. Is there anything remaining to survey? I think the answer is no. So we're going to take them back to Haven Sky. And we are simply going to assist research over Hearthsea for the moment. The Paraplus can't really do too much, although we'll head to Hotram. I don't think we do any real research there right now, but we'll go there for now, for the time being. And then there's this science ship here. There's just not really anything else for them to do at this exact moment. We need to get our ships ready to go. That is our biggest priority at this current juncture. We do have 408 minerals right now. We're still negative on energy credits and food, but many of this is not built just yet. I think we're going to build a generator district here with that minerals.
Technology secured.
So they're heading out over here. That's fine for the time being. Now you can see here that we are actually at substantially higher war exhaustion than they were. That was not the case last episode. Okay. Well, that's fine. They would be willing to status quo right now, but that would carve a hole between our two locations. That is unacceptable to us. So we're returning to the Tribano station here, and we're going to be done building these fairly soon. Let's go ahead and check how we're doing on that. The Haven Sky Station is still going. Of course, we queued up some ships to the fleet over here. Where is that fleet? To this fleet here. We queued up some ships to that last episode. So that's going to take some time as well. Plasteel armor will be good. Apparently we have access to level 2 armor. I'm not sure when we got that. But I'm going to cancel those. We're going to finish our constructions here. Level 2 armor is a big deal for us. So our Corvettes are all done right now. We're going to immediately hop into our Corvettes and get that level 2 Ceramo metal armor. I did not notice when we got that, but we must have, and I must have just clicked straight through it. Okay, so we're going to put that in on our destroyers as well, but of course we can't actually save that until our existing destroyers are done building. Which will be done shortly here. Okay. Come on, Tribano Station. 90%. Done. Okay, we'll save that. We'll get these all upgraded immediately. And I think we'll also upgrade the Tribano Station to a Starhold. We've got plenty of alloys for that. We're also, I think... I kind of want to build another fleet, but we would be exceeding our naval cap for that. So maybe not quite yet. We do want to get an additional agriculture district over here. We're still pretty negative on food right now, but we're doing okay on energy credits. That's wonderful. We need housing over here. We'll build a city district. That'll do for the time being. A recent rebirth, or rather, where did I get rebirth from? Oh, right here, rebirth. A recent breakthrough shone some light on the vanished city builders of fucking Innistrad 5. Apparently, the fungal species has a collective cycle of mass death and rebirth. They hatch en masse almost simultaneously across the whole planet, and grow up as part of a linked hive mind collective. In the course of their hundreds of years-long life cycle, they spread out and reclaim the cities built and abandoned by previous died-off generations. When nearing the next death rebirth event, they heed some species-wide biological clarion call. Through asexual reproduction, they give birth to a pod that is buried in the ground. The parent dies, and the body decays and fertilizes the ground around the pod. After a long dormant period, the pods hatch, and the cycle begins anew. Well, we'll keep digging. Okay. So the Tribano station is going to be done upgrading fairly soon here. These upgrades won't take long. And that's perfect. Because we need to get up here and do some damage to these guys. Yeah, they've attacked over here as well. We don't actually know what that is, but we should be able to get there if we can take back the locations that we want. That's the real question here. Okay, so these are now ready to go, and that puts us at a fleet strength of 1.8k. We're still pretty behind the times in terms of our weaponry. We've got our barrier point defense. I don't think that they're really using missiles, so I don't know how important that really is, but we don't really have much intel. We're pretty much using a very generic design right now. But we're going to head over and I think take back Dristmach and see if we can force these guys into attacking us. I think that would be ideal right now.
They wish to speak with us.
They're offering us peace. They want a status quo. We decline. Again, a status quo is unacceptable because it closes this corridor for us. That is unacceptable to us, completely and totally. So we're going to head over to Dristmach, and we're going to hope that these guys turn around a bit and come over to Dristmach. That would be ideal. So we're going to take this back. That is absolutely a top priority right now. Now, our other fleet is not going to return for another, 2 years. These guys are slowly making their way up. Very, very slowly. But they'll get there eventually, in theory. And we're going to head into Dristmach, as I said. See if we can push this a little bit. The real problem here is the Zanbor station. They have better tech than we do, and that makes this complicated, for sure. We may end up losing this war a little bit. We'll have to see. Our main problem right now is we can't take the station and their fleet at the same time. That's the main issue. So we're going to take on this station here. We should have absolutely no problem taking this back. That takes a while to chunk through. Our technology isn't great. We weren't expecting to go to war right now, but that's reasonably fine. I kind of want to go hit Doria now. Okay, we do need a society research. Building slots +1 in a colony development speed? That's not terrible. We can go for that. That'll be fine. What we really need is time here. Now, when we hit 100%, we're still going to have a good amount of time before it forces a peace on us. So that is good to know. And that time is absolutely what we need. We're going to put in an agriculture district over here to help boost up our food amounts. We can also get away with an agriculture district here. Perfect. Now they're going up here. That's fine. We're going to go hit Doria. And how far away is this fleet in reality? We're only about 300 days away here. So that is wonderful. We're actually very pleased about that. So they're going to make their way up to Forstro, and we're going to continue to reinforce this fleet up to full strength. That'll come from the Haven Sky Station, and it'll take a long time for them to get there, but that's fine. We have a decent amount of alloys, and we're going to hit Doria here, and we're actually going to get this. They cannot get here in time to stop this, because we can see through our sensors, I think, that they're not in this system, so we should be okay. So we're going to grab this, and then we're going to go back and repair. And this will be a very, very good thing for us. Now, the Doria station on its own doesn't allow us to make peace. So that's going to be a thing. A speculative psychological and sociological investigation of the fungoid species' culture gave a disconcerting answer to the mystery of their disappearance. At some point, the species as a whole started to question their perpetual and seemingly pointless life cycle. A seed of existential nihilism grew in the entire population, culminating in a final act of defiance against their own survival instinct. Once planted, perhaps even by a single being, this kernel of doubt spread with terrifying speed throughout the hive mind until they decided in unison that the last crop of birth pods should not be planted. They should be burned. Astounding indeed. Okay, so we're going to arrive up here in 190 days. We just took Doria. And we're going to go back to Birkenmar and repair. We do see that they have a fleet here, actually. We're just going to reinforce and chill here. We may be able to repair at this station once it starts its repair, which should be fairly soon, but these guys aren't strong enough to actually attack us. So, you can see here, we've reached high war exhaustion. We have 2 years until we're going to be forced to make peace. That's okay, in theory. And yeah, we can repair right here. That's perfect. We're going to do exactly that, and we're going to get our reinforcements in. So from here, the Diamond Sufite is going to arrive up here shortly. I think we have sufficient time to make this happen. I think. The plan here is that we hold at Doria. Their fleet is pretty damaged, and I think going back to repair or refit or something. We're building reinforcements here. We have reinforcements flowing in this way, but they're a ways away. These are not our maximum level fleets here, but that's fine. Then we're going to use both of these fleets to attack Zanbor while their fleets aren't here. That's the overall concept. Then we're going to grab Carenza, and ideally this system, and walk away with these 3 systems, and a war won. That's the plan.
Hostile station engaged.
So we'll see how successful that plan is. We will certainly see. Where are these guys going? And actually, they're on the wrong side here, so they can't reinforce this currently without going through the Doria station, and that's a huge deal. Now, the Doria station is not wonderful, but it'll do. So yeah, we've got 485 days to make this happen. This fleet is not yet maxed, but it will be shortly. And we're going to continue to move into the Atlas system. They're now at 94%.
They wish to speak with us.
Yeah, of course they do. Their fleet's actually just chilling there. It's not reinforcing, it's not repairing, it's just sitting. 7 corvettes is all they've got there. We are going to have to go grab the Hager's system. And I think we have time for that. I think. Yeah, we will. Here's the plan. We're going to position for the Zanbor system right now. Okay. The Doria system should be able to hold on its own. They are not actually capable of taking it with this fleet. I assume they have more fleets back here, but they're not currently capable of taking this. So, we need a fleet commander over here, and we'll put in... let's see here. This one. We'll reassign that. Because these guys have arrived back at Haven Sky. They're not going to be useful, though. We're just going to get them upgraded. They're too far away to make it. But we're going to go into the Zanbor system here. And we should be fully capable of taking this. In we go. We can see that they do have missiles on there, which we knew. And we're going to take losses from this, for sure. But look at that hull and armor drop. Beautiful. Down to 10k. They can't respond to this. Armor is down to 6k. 20k hull points. We're running very, very low on energy credits. That's not a good thing. We do have plenty of alloys, but I don't want to spend those right now. We're just going to sell some exotic gases to tide us over until the end of this war. Cool. 4k. 3k. 2k. 1k. We are through the armor. We're now hitting exclusively the hull points. 10k. Like I said, we're taking losses. 5k. 3k. They want things. We'll have to give them energy. It's only 250. That's not bad. Okay. This station is ours again. Cool. So at this point, we are going to send the stronger of the two fleets, which is the Bloodstones. We are going to send them down here. We're going to make a claim on this system. And then this fleet, the Diamond, they're going to head up over here. So we have plenty of time. We have 146 days. 77 to get here. 148 to get here. Okay. We'll have to see. But regardless, this is a much better position. We definitely get Hoggers. We get Carenza. And the problem with their fleet was we were able to really knock it back, and they don't seem to really have much actual production capacity. Like, what are they actually at? They're still superior to us. I'm not sure where their fleets are, but they're just not bringing them in. Okay, cool. So I think for now, we definitely need to work through some of this down here. We're going to go for the physics research from researchers first, and that'll be great. We need to grab the system here. There we go. 77 days. So we can grab Starbase Upkeep Reduction. That's a huge deal considering we are over our Starbase cap. And we can grab an Ascension perk. We are going to take, ooh, Hydrocentric. This is really cool. Ocean terraforming cost minus 25% allows the construction of ice mining stations on starbases, which enable the expand planetary sea decision on ocean worlds. Species with the aquatic trait gain 50% greater benefits for living on ocean worlds, but penalties for living on non-wet worlds are likewise amplified. Unlocks the Deluge Colossus weapon. That sounds amazing. We're doing it. We came from the ocean, our species evolving to be ideally suited to living in the depths of the seas. Even as we take to the stars, we've not abandoned our roots. The water is and shall always be our home. Now our evolution is complete. No longer shall we adapt ourselves to living elsewhere, rather than shaping worlds to suit our needs. As we greet the warmth of a new day, we know that nothing need part us from the ocean ever again. Cool. So we'll have this shortly-ish. Shortly-ish.
Research complete.
That is our ceramo metal infrastructure. Beautiful. I think we will take alien zoos. I don't know. We're going to have this starbase quite soon. We definitely need to work on our weapons tech. There's no doubt about it. That is for sure.
To speak with us.
Okay. Peace offer. 20 days until forced peace is possible. So we'll see if we manage to get this system back here. That would be amazing if we did. We are through the armor on the Hoggers station now and chunking our way through it. But peace at this point is acceptable. We would need a follow-up war, but it is acceptable. Now we're going to go repair at Zonbor, and we'll see if they force the peace. Forced peace is now possible, but they haven't done it. So we'll see if they do. We're not interested in forcing the peace until we have Ostiuk. But this is looking very, very good at this juncture. I still don't know where their fleet is. They're now overwhelming to us, but they're not attacking us, and I'm okay with this. Their tech is better than ours, and their production appears to be as well. They're just not bringing it to bear, and that is our advantage here. Okay. This is the time for peace. We do not want to risk having to go up and fight them again with their overwhelming fleet strength. We want this peace right now. Status quo, we end up getting Ostiuk, Carenza, and Doria. That is, of course, this station here, which is very important. And these two. Less important. Well, that's technically a victory. It was a weird feeling victory for sure. That's actually their capital up there. Cool. The circumstances dictate that we put an end to this war. The Democratic Association of the majority of the Pictlings has better things to do than pursue this conflict indefinitely. We will accept this for now. That was a solid victory. We no longer need a Star Fortress at Sandbor. We can downgrade that. We no longer need one at Birkenmar either. We can downgrade that. That will put us down to 13 of 13, so we will no longer be paying the penalty. Doria, however, needs to be upgraded, and I'm going to dismantle this gun battery because I want it to be a missile battery, so we're going to do that. This is also a communications jammer, and I mean, that's okay. I would prefer, though, that it be a target uplink computer. Okay, sounds good. And with that, that war is finally over, and we can put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will continue filling in these gaps and preparing our defenses even more. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.